Scaling the highest peak on Earth isn't a stroll in the park. It's a lethal gamble, a dance with death itself. The allure of Everest is an intoxicating blend of awe-inspiring beauty and perilous danger. Imagine standing at the top of the world where the sky meets the earth and the air is so thin that it takes every ounce of your willpower to breathe. Yet this harsh landscape of ice and snow is fraught with unpredictable weather, from blinding blizzards to sudden avalanches. Add to this the risk of altitude sickness, a cruel and silent enemy that can strike without warning. The human body was not designed to survive at such extreme heights, and every step towards the summit pushes the limits of endurance. This is the deadly allure of Everest, a mountain that both inspires and terrifies. Despite these dangers, many brave or perhaps foolhardy souls have attempted the climb, and not all of them have returned. The first recorded victims of Everest treachery were George Mallory and Andrew Irvine in 1924. These two British mountaineers embarked on an expedition shrouded in mystery and intrigue. They were last seen alive on June 8th, pushing for the summit despite the threatening weather. Did they reach the top? We may never know. Their story is one of enduring fascination. Mallory, known for his famous quote, "Because it's there," in response to why he wanted to climb Everest, was an experienced climber, while Irvine, although less experienced, was mechanically minded and crucial for maintaining the oxygen equipment. In 1999, an expedition led by Eric Simonson discovered Mallory's body remarkably preserved in the snow and ice, but Irvine's body remains elusive. No evidence of a successful summit was found with Mallory. This tantalizing mystery continues to fuel speculation and debate among mountaineering enthusiasts worldwide. Their demise set a grim precedent for future climbers. The year 1996 is etched in Everest's history as one of the deadliest. In this year, the unforgiving mountain claimed the lives of seasoned climbers and enthusiastic adventurers alike, with a catastrophic blizzard playing a cruel role in their tragic ends. Let's delve into the stories of Sewang Samanla, Rob Hall, Scott Fisher, Doug Hansen, and Yasuko Namba. Each of these individuals, armed with sheer determination and a love for the thrill of the climb, embarked on their journey towards the top of the world, oblivious to the grim fate that awaited them. Sewang Samanla, known in the climbing community as Green Boots, was part of an Indian expedition that met with disaster. A sudden blizzard trapped Samanla and his companions in the unforgiving terrain, where they ultimately succumbed to the relentless cold. Rob Hall and Scott Fisher, both experienced mountaineers and leaders of their respective expeditions, faced the same deadly storm. Hall's last communication with his wife from the mountain's merciless heights has since become a heart-wrenching Everest lore. Fisher, a seasoned climber with an undeniable passion for the mountains, also fell victim to the unforgiving conditions. Doug Hansen, a postal worker from Seattle, was on his second attempt to scale Everest under Hall's leadership. Hansen had a dream to reach the summit, which unfortunately turned into an unending sleep under the snow. Yasuko Namba, a Japanese businesswoman and an avid mountaineer, was another casualty of the '96 disaster. She was the oldest woman to reach the summit at that time, but the descent proved fatal. The storm that engulfed Everest that day was relentless, leaving Namba and her companions helpless against its fury. These tragic tales from the 1996 Everest disaster highlight the unpredictable and perilous nature of high-altitude mountaineering. These climbers, each with their unique stories and dreams, embarked on a journey that ended in an unforeseen tragedy. Their stories serve as a stark reminder of how quickly a dream climb can turn into a nightmare. Everest does not discriminate. It claims the lives of both experienced mountaineers and novices alike. Let's delve into the stories of four such individuals: Hannelore Schmatz, Francis Arsentiev, Wang Hui, and Maria Stridham. In 1979, Hannelore Schmatz, a seasoned German climber, became the first woman to die on the slopes of Everest. She was descending from the summit when she succumbed to exhaustion and exposure, a mere 330 feet from Camp 4. What makes her story particularly chilling is that her body remained visible from the camp for years, a grim reminder of the mountain's unforgiving nature. Fast forward to 1998 and we encounter the tragic tale of Francis Arsentiev. This American climber was determined to summit Everest without supplemental oxygen, a feat only a handful of climbers had achieved. However, on her descent, she ran into trouble. Disoriented and frostbitten, she was unable to make her way down. Despite the heroic efforts of other climbers, Arsentiev couldn't be saved, earning her the chilling moniker, the Sleeping Beauty. Then, in 2007, Wang Hui, a member of a Chinese team, lost his life due to altitude sickness. Despite the group's extensive training and preparation, Hui's body simply could not acclimate to the thin air, and he died of high-altitude cerebral edema, a lethal swelling of the brain. Lastly, we have Maria Stridham, an Australian professor who succumbed to the mountain in 2016. She was a passionate climber, determined to prove that vegans could tackle the world's highest peaks. However, while descending from the summit, she suffered from high-altitude pulmonary edema, a fatal condition caused by a lack of oxygen. These tragic tales underscore the harsh reality that no amount of experience or preparation can guarantee survival on Everest. David Sharp's death in 2006 sparked global outrage and debate. A seasoned climber, Sharp was on his third attempt to conquer Everest when he met his solitary end. His story is a chilling reminder of the unforgiving nature of high-altitude mountaineering. Sharp was found huddled in a limestone alcove, known as Green Boots Cave, suffering from severe hypothermia and oxygen deprivation. Despite being passed by at least 40 climbers, Sharp was left to die alone. The decision to continue the climb rather than help a fellow climber stirred a global ethical debate. Should the climbers have risked their own lives to save him, or did the every man for himself rule of the mountain apply? The tragedy of David Sharp's death is a stark reminder of the harsh realities that climbers face on Everest. Regardless of how you view the ethical dilemma, one fact remains. Sharp's death remains a chilling testament to the harsh realities of high-altitude mountaineering. Everest, in all its majestic and deadly glory, continues to beckon climbers from around the world. Yet, as we've seen, the siren call of this mountain has often been met with tragedy. Each story we've shared today is a stark reminder of the inherent risks that lie in the pursuit of such formidable challenges. Everest is not just a mountain, it's a monumental testament to the raw power of nature, and it demands our respect. The allure of standing on the roof of the world is undeniably strong, but it's crucial to remember that the journey is fraught with peril, preparation, respect for the mountain's might, and an unwavering commitment to safety are non-negotiable. Before we bid adieu, hit that subscribe button, give us a like if you found this video informative, and ring the bell for more exciting content. Remember, the mountain will always be there, but the trick is to make sure you are too. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep exploring.